Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for June 8th through June 14th, 2015. So let's just take a moment to take a deep breath and to center our minds and our hearts through the eyes of God's love. And so, as you notice in your heart center, a brilliant light glowing, representing your divine essence, allow that light to flow throughout your body, throughout the tissue, the bones, the organs. And just as you take a deep breath, allow each aspect of your being, your physical body, to purge and let go of any hidden fears or aspects that need to be let go within your life right now. And just setting an intention, since they're showing me dinosaurs, I get the feeling that this is something that is going back, way back into the origins of your soul, and releasing and moving on. So as you just continue to breathe the light into the cells of the body, where this information is stored, and just allow that light to increase its intensity, setting your intention to clear, for deep cleansing and clearing. And as you allow the light to continue to wash through you, allow it to now expand into your energetic body, around your physical body, and into the space where you're sitting, and let it expand outward as far as you are able to imagine. Just allow it to continue to embrace the entire planet, so that we give back this energy to the earth and receive from the earth the energy of love as well, and appreciation for the clearing and cleansing. And then let this light flow through your feet like roots, wide and strong, anchoring you into the earth's core, and up through the crown of your head, like the branches, wide and full. And let this energy just enfold you now, as your angels' wings enfold around you, embracing you in love. All your suffering, allow the angels to embrace it with love. Anything that's in your heart, anything that you're desiring to give birth to, just give it to the angels to surround in their wings of love. And we call forward your ancient gifts of healing, to clear any just to keep showing me suffering, any kind of blocks or fears. And if anyone that comes to your mind at this time, that you could also invite them to receive this healing from your inner source. And so it is. And so as we'll ask the angels to continue to work on you and your loved ones. And let's just tune into the energy for this week coming. And they're showing me that the angels are helping you with abundance. So the angels of abundance are coming up, and they're indicating that God, and it's a good time for you to speak to God, and in terms of meditation and prayer as you go through the changes that you're experiencing. Now, the changes, I get in a sense that change is going to be ongoing for quite a bit of time, and it is something that we need to really embrace as almost like a lifestyle, because change really is always happening, and we know this. And so they would like for you to embrace change as an indicator of new abundance coming into your life. And they would like for you to show me a gavel to not judge the change, because what you're doing is you're limiting the abundance that you've been praying for and wishing for. And this causes you, when you limit abundance, this is what causes you to feel as though you're struggling or you're suffering in your different aspects of your life. And it's time, they're writing the word yes, for you to just say yes to change, to not worry, and know that you're supported and have faith in the changes that you've been asking for. They are also asking you to really take care of your body. I just wrote the word body. As your body is also going through these changes, there's an ascension process here, or a conversion process, that all the physical organs of the body is going through an energetic change in order to come into its alignment with the wholeness of its united being that exists in the place of one, that exists in as a God created you originally. And they're showing me that some of you need to really allow your body to sleep. It seems like you're always on the go, and you're thinking about that next conquest of abundance, but you need sleep and physical rest and physical care in order to really manifest. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself cycling the old energy, which for some of you may, bring up some fears and feelings of disappointment and defeat. And so, work in harmony with the nature of your physical body as well as your intuitive guidance. So just go with what is flowing for you. And when you feel resistance, it means that you are resisting something. So when something's not working, or you're feeling blocked or stagnant, it means that you're now no longer allowing, and that you've stepped outside of your vortex of alignment. And all you need to do is focus on an activity that will bring you back into an alignment with your soul's truth. And this is clearly indicated by understanding that when you feel stuck about details, go general. The abundance, you're looking for is in the general. So basically, go general meaning when you have to make a choice, base it on, does it feel like this choice is going to bring resistance when I think about it, or flow, you know, or notice in your body when you think about this, do you notice, struggle or conflict within your being versus the other option, which you feel more at ease and you feel that the energy's flowing. And always choose to flow. And they're saying that some of you are worried about making foolish mistakes. They wrote the word fool. And when you worry about making mistakes, you again limit your options, because everything is, it's not that things there's no security in moving forward, but you can't know how everything is going to turn out if from your analyzing it from your mind. You have to listen to your heart, and even though it may not give you all the details, it gives you the general idea, that a feeling that this is a good thing. And what you have to be open to is keeping your heart open to all that good and keep following it, and it will lead you to the specifics. So first start general in order that the specifics will become clear. It doesn't work the other way. The more that you try to start with specifics, the less clear your direction becomes. So please let go and just take that big step, and you'll see. But follow your heart, follow that feeling that it's just right for you. It's kind of like Goldilocks, right? And Three Little Bears. But you cannot look at it. You have to get in there and try it out. Like, she couldn't just say, well, she had to get in there to see how it felt. And that's what you have to do. And that's when that's when the specifics begin to fall into place, as you get in there and try things out. Remember, you can always, if you make an error, means errors always indicate that corrections or solutions are available. Just like the GPS, when you get off, it recalibrates. And it's just as simple as that. So don't worry about, making mistakes. Just go for your heart. All right, let's take a look at the card for the theme of the week. All right, so this is the Archangel Jeremiel, and this is about life. The card is titled Life Review. So it says, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Okay, so card is really going with the meditation. And so in this week, really, what I'm getting about this card in terms of reviewing your life, and they're showing me a heart. It's almost like ma'at, with the feather and then the heart on the other side. It's kind of like you want to weigh things against your heart. And so you may find yourself feeling a little bit confused or not paying attention to your heart lately. And what Archangel Jeremiel is guiding you to do is, he's like the soul, like a psychologist in a way. He's asking you to listen to your heart, listen to what your soul really desires, and weigh everything against it. If your heart monitor does not jump for joy, or if you feel some kind of excitement or pleasure, then this is not the right path for you. What path may not be right for you may be right for someone else. So you can't go don't base things on what others think or feel, but on what you think or feel, because everybody's heart is specific to their purpose. And so ultimately it comes down to your own counsel, following your own counsel, the wisdom of your soul. and your heart. So get used to listening to this. It's a practice that you have to embrace in order to find the security and the confidence that you're looking for. You're not going to get it outside of yourself and through others. Okay? So let me just take a look and tune into this card. And it's interesting. They show me a car moving towards me, so the car's facing me, so as if I'm standing in front of it, and people in the back seat. And what this usually tells me is that when a car is coming towards me, it's like that you're in an advanced place, you're moving forward, and you may even feel like you're a little ahead of yourself. And what this usually does in a reading is that it indicates to me that you're feeling a little fearful about being, sort of ahead. And of course, the ego kind of pops up and tries to start putting doubts in there. The people in the back seat just reminds me of backseat drivers. And so it's just like what I was just saying, you can't listen to others. You have to follow your own counsel. You're in the driver's seat of your life. And if you listen to the others, you're actually going to end up going in the wrong direction. They show me the car going in the reverse direction now when you do that. So, and you don't drive with your head, you drive with your heart. You let your heart guide the steering wheel. And they're showing me the rear view mirror. They're saying, please don't be looking back at everything that, every mistake, and because this deflates your power. Okay, the past is done. You're chartering new territory, and things are different now because your soul consciousness, your solar power is stronger than ever now, and your heart's guidance is clearer if you give it the attention. Okay? All right. So, very good advice there from the angels. All right, let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. All right, now, the beginning of the week starts off with feeling. This card, the Water Suit Cups, is all about emotions and relationships. And we have the mermaids, and they have been appearing a lot in my meditations lately. And they're really about going with the flow and connecting in very deeply. So it's very interesting that they would come up in the beginning of the week as the suit here, because it's about going with the flow, following your heart, and in order to keep your balance in your emotions that actually are a clear indicator of your alignment with source and how you're manifesting. It's like a monitor, your quote unquote heart monitor keeps you abreast of how you're feeling and what your feelings are creating for you. So this is indicating that you've reached this level of contentment where you feel that you can just enjoy and relax and just reap the rewards. So, at the beginning of the week, you don't need to put in a lot of effort, okay? And you can kind of take a back seat and kind of sit back and, recognize what's coming to you, enjoy the relationships. You don't have to put in a lot of effort. They're telling me that if some of you have some suspicions about people that at your job or family, or whatever relationship, or your partner, if you're worried about something, they're saying you can relax about that. You don't need to work so hard at trying to make the relationship work. Things are actually going for as the other person is concerned, feels very content and at peace in that relationship or that partnership. So really just enjoy enjoy yourself and kind of let that go. Put those little fears to the side, okay? It's a good time. They're showing me for, you to do something together. Have fun, okay? All right. Let me tune in just to see if there are any additional messages in this card. And what I'm getting a sense is they're showing me the car again in the forward motion. This time there are 4 people, 2 up front and 2 in the back. And the sense I'm getting is that your family, they're showing me the numbers 88. It's about abundance. So I feel like a change that you're considering is going to benefit your entire family. And so and it's going to strengthen your relationships, as they show me this couple embracing and kissing. So this change that you're considering, if you're worried, it's actually going to strengthen your relationship, and they're writing the word yes to confirm this. And it's going to just benefit and be rewarding for your family all the way around. So definitely move forward, and don't worry that you maybe get a little ahead of yourself or jumping the gun, okay? All right. So, yeah, and continue to just really pray to your, you have Ascended Masters helping you with the financial aspects, the shifts in your finances, the Ascended Masters. So whoever you pray to or work with, they are letting you know they've been listening to you, and this is the one. This is that change that you've been asking for, and they're behind it, so go for it. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. Wow, another water suit. And this is all, weigh everything against your heart. And who do we have but the Queen of Heart? And she's come up in quite a few readings that I was doing with some of my friends and family members this week. And, what really came up is the approach here. So her approach is to definitely use her heart to gauge situations, and to and relating to others. She opens her heart. She's very nurturing, and she's empathetic. She can feel. So don't make it difficult for people to express themselves when you can already feel what they are trying to say. Help them out. And also do the same for yourself. When you know what you're feeling, don't question it. This recently came up in a reading. It just defeats your purpose when you ask guidance a question that you already have been given the answer to, meaning you have this clear knowing, but because you don't trust yourself, you tend to ask questions, and then when you go ask a question, the conversation feels quite strange to you. And so, you feel like you're getting mixed signals, if you will. Hold on just a moment. Okay. Sorry about that, but I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb so I don't get the video interrupted. But yeah, so this is very important for you to recognize that going to guidance when you already know the answer, meaning you can feel it. And we often say, I don't know, but because you're looking for like somebody to tell you or to show you. But feelings and clear knowing, those two clairs, claircognizance and clairsentience, are very subtle. They're kind of in the background. They create a context for the visuals and what you're hearing. And so you have to read what you're seeing or what you're hearing. You have to read them in the context of your knowing or feelings, because they give the background for the true answer to what you're seeing. And so therefore, when you have this clear feeling, like when you meet somebody and you feel something's not right, why do you go to someone and say, is this right? Or you go to your guidance and say, is this right, when you've already picked it up? And so just in this week, be very clear about what you're picking up, go ahead and write it down so that it's concrete for you there. You know what you got. Go with your first instinct and then let it be and go with the flow, knowing that as you go with the flow of the currents of your life, the waters of your life, that it will lead you downstream where everything is easy and where everything is abundant and resources waiting for you. So let me just tune into this card to see if there are any additional messages here. And wow, it's like this week I just see, I keep seeing, a car full of people, and it's like a caravan. So it seems like this week and because it was going in the opposite direction away from me, it feels like you're going to need some time to yourself this week, and you may find that you are really surrounded by a lot of people and friends, maybe family situations, things coming up, and you're going to need some time. You're going to need to take some time to yourself. Maybe you've been just running too many errands, or taking care of other people's concerns, and you're the kind of person, probably the Queen of Water, who feels guilty when you're not doing your job. Well, the thing about it is, your job is to take care of yourself first, and you can't do that. You can't take care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself. And know that when you probably have a special gift, where you could probably be a counselor, a psychiatrist, or doing doing angel readings and getting paid for it, that there's a difference between work and family. And yes, there are certain responsibilities or friends, but you have to put it in perspective, and you can't always be the one that's doing the healing. And you have to let people know that they're safe and that they'll get the guidance they need elsewhere. And so this time, make sure that you don't put others ahead of yourself, is what I'm getting from this. Okay. Wow. Okay. Now we have the Page of Earth, and for the end of the week. And this is interesting because, despite what this card says, but when I look at this card, I always think of, a performer, and because she looks like she's like a cabaret singer and is ready to, walk out on a stage. So this is about, and her confidence and sensuality, just the image here and all of this abundance around her. So I feel like this is something about you beginning your own work, okay? When I pulled this card, before I turned it over, just shuffling the cards, I saw the number 9 about life purpose. And so what I'm feeling like is that some of you may not have begun. You may have been too distracted by family and friends and, and being like a mother. And this could be a male too, because we're like this too. Although people may not think of us traditionally that way, but there are a lot of us who, males, who are always putting their buddies first or what have you. But this is really about you getting started in some way on yourself, your own business, or something that you've been working on already, but you just got distracted, or that in this week you may get distracted, and you need to put some of those new ideas out there, like get out there, perform, in order to start seeing some results. But it requires you to begin in order to start achieving success here. And it also means being patient. And sometimes it's easy to put our focus on other people than going out there and focusing on ourselves, because we don't have that patience. But this card says good news about financial matters. So go ahead and begin that, because it will lead to something financially rewarding. All right, and the card that I pulled from the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Fire. And this says events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. So this card is usually about things moving rather quickly this week, maybe information coming to you. And so or being able to facilitate information or communications of some sort. I'm just getting a sense that that with all the energy moving around, it could be creative, that you just need to weigh things in your heart, okay? You can slow things down by listening to your heart. Don't get caught up in all this thing speeding around you and feel like you're overwhelmed and that you have to just jump on something. Take your time, weigh it against your heart, and it doesn't take long for your heart to give you an answer. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. And if you're looking for an angel reading, you can contact me at my website, theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link below. And also join us on Facebook for the daily card messages, Monday through Friday, where I pull a card and give you a message from the angels. So I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed week, and that you honor your heart, and that you take time to nurture yourself and your dreams. And may the force of our source be with you, and may the angels' wings help you and give your dreams flight. Until next time, God bless you all.